Good morning, Jackednnerdy fans. Jeremy here with a non-spoiler review for the latest creation coming from the brilliant mind of M. Night Shyamalan, Knock at the Cabin. Now, before I jump into that review, if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That way you guys never miss out on a video. And if you do enjoy our content, please make sure you give these videos a thumbs up. That lets us know that you enjoy the videos that we are putting out there, and it encourages us to keep going. Also, please make sure you keep an eye out on our channel. We do have a few big announcements coming up over the next couple of weeks. So, again, make sure you keep an eye out so you don't miss out on any of those upcoming announcements. So, with that out of the way, let's jump straight into it. M. Night Shyamalan has released a new movie based off the 2018 horror novel, The Cabin at the End of the World, which is very, very interesting. This movie had a lot of promise. I loved the marketing leading up to it. It was very subtle marketing. There wasn't a huge, overwhelming abundance of it, but the marketing that they did do was very intriguing and suspenseful, which I love. The premise of the movie, again, they didn't hide anything with the marketing. You knew going into it exactly what it was. In case you didn't already know, a couple in a cabin, some strangers show up. The strangers tell them that they must make a choice to sacrifice one member of their family in order to avert the apocalypse. Okay, no spoilers there. It's been all over the marketing. The casting I thought was very interesting. Basically, there are only two actors in this entire movie that I know from previous work. Dave Bautista, obviously, and Rupert Grint from, obviously, Harry Potter. Everyone else to me was unknown. You've got Jonathan Groff, Ben Aldridge, Abby Quinn, and Nikki Amuka-Bird, who to me are all newcomers. I haven't seen them in anything else before. However, all of them did a fantastic job in their roles. I could not fault any of the acting or any of the casting choices in this movie. Everyone did a fantastic job. Now, the locations are fantastic. The cabin, the look of the cabin, the location, all of that was fantastic. It actually looked like a very beautiful cabin that I personally wouldn't mind going on a holiday to. The special effects that they use to kind of show the apocalyptic events happening was all really, really good and very, very believable. So no issues there. My one criticism is, now, quite often you'll hear me say that I like a movie that just jumps straight into it. Doesn't dawdle, doesn't give you a whole half-hour introduction to every single character, blah, blah, blah. I like a movie that gets straight to the point and straight to the meat. This movie very much does that, in the sense that right from the get-go, within the first 5 minutes, you're introduced to Dave Bautista, the little girl, the family, everything. So everything starts rolling right away. The only problem with this movie is that because it's so fast-paced, like everything happens really, really, really quickly and really, really succinctly, you don't form an emotional connection to the couple and the family. You kind of, through their acting, you form a little bit of a sympathy or empathy towards Dave Bautista's character. Like, Dave does a fantastic job. He's really, really good in this. You connect with him, you empathize with him, he shows wonderful emotion. Like, Dave Bautista is definitely the standout of this film. And his associates, that, Rupert and Abby and everyone that kind of come along with him for the ride, they all do a really good job and show real emotion and you form a connection. But for lack of a better term, the gay couple who are being asked to make this choice on who they are going to sacrifice, there's no real emotion. There's no emotional depth to it. There's no emotional investment. I didn't feel connected to these characters, and therefore I felt when they were on screen or when they were trying to, convey this unity as a family and all that kind of stuff, I just didn't buy it. So I think because it was so fast paced and everything, they didn't allow time for the audience to build any sort of connection to these people. So throughout the course of the film, whenever they were doing stuff, I understood they were going. It almost felt like they were just going through the motions because they had to, not because they wanted to, but because they felt they had to. So I thought, like I said, because it felt really fast-paced and all, I think they kind of missed out a little bit on an opportunity there to make audiences feel a connection and a bond with these characters. So therefore, it didn't have the emotional as much emotional impact. And that's just my opinion. The other thing is, so what I've come to expect with M. Night Shyamalan and his work, and I mean, given I don't have vast experience with his work, obviously I'm familiar with Split, I'm familiar with Unbreakable and Glass, the Village, I'm familiar with some of his works, but not all of his works. And one thing I've kind of come to expect from his work is that at the end there's some sort of revelation or, some sort of, message or meaning or what have you. And I don't know if it's just me, but I completely missed it in this. The movie just seemed to end, So I was expecting maybe just a little bit more at the ending as well, maybe some sort of revelation that just never came. So, but then again, look, I'm not the smartest man on the planet. Maybe I completely missed it. So, with that being said, look, I would give this movie... sorry. Look, I'd give this movie a solid 7.5 out of 10. At the moment on IMDB, it's 6.1 out of 10. On Rotten Tomatoes, it's sitting at 72%. So it's around that mark. Will I watch it again? Absolutely. I'd definitely watch it again, purely because I absolutely loved Dave Bautista's acting in it. I loved his character. I thought he was really quite lovable in many, many ways. So I thought he was brilliant. I'll definitely watch it again just for Dave Bautista's performance. But what I would really like to know is I'd like to know your thoughts. So I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. I was expecting a little bit more, but hey, look, beggars can't be choosers. So hit me up in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think of Knock at the Cabin. And maybe we can have a conversation around that, get some ideas. Also, look, if there was some sort of revelation at the end that maybe I missed, hit me up as well. Let me know in the comments. I'd be really interested to find out if I did miss something, so hit me up. And as always, as I said, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up. If you do want to see more behind the scenes content, make sure you check out our Instagram. It is @Jackednnerdy. And again, we've got some big announcements coming up over the next few weeks. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of the action. Until next time, guys, stay jacked and stay nerdy.